and welcome to our new viewers. We know it's been a minute, but we have so much to talk about. I'm so excited. My name is Virginia. You can find me as VCS Knits on Instagram and Ravelry.
My name is Amanda. You can find me as My Yarn Journey on the same.
Before we dive into a little bit about what we've been doing, should we just pour a glass first and start us off?
Like our name implies, if you're new, it's your first time here, we like to drink a little bit of rosé. As we knit and chat and talk with you, we find it really makes the hour just so much fun. So if you care, feel free to pour yourself a glass and join along.
Yes, or a glass of whatever.
Or a glass of anything.
Today we're drinking Côte de Roses. It's a Grenache, Syrah, and Cinsault. It's a citrus forward with pear and a floral aftertaste. So,
and as usual, you picked it for the bottle.
I picked it for the bottle, obviously, at Costco.
This is how we choose.
Cheers.
That's different.
It is different.
It's a bit like fuller.
It is definitely fuller.
Like it has a tiny bit of oakiness to it, which I feel like I don't tend to say.
No,
it's
not sweet. It's not sweet at all.
That's fun.
I definitely taste the pear too.
Mm-hmm. I don't dislike it. It's not bad different.
No.
It's just not as light as we normally go.
Yeah, it's a little bit fuller.
Fun.
Cool. Well, you've had a major life event happen. What have you been up to?
So we know it's been a couple of months. I don't know about you guys, but fall just gets away from me pretty much every year. Yeah. There's something about it, I always think of it as back to school in my head. But yes, I got married about a month ago. It was very fun. If you've been following along with our podcast, you'll know that I had some knits that I'd been working on for our wedding, and I got all those done in time, so we'll definitely talk about those in a little bit. But it was a really wonderful day. I wouldn't change anything. Virginia was there. That was a blast.
Yes, I had so much fun.
We had a good time. It was a little cold, which meant it was really nice that we had some knits. But it was really pretty and perfect fall foliage. And now I'm married.
And has your life changed at all?
No.
Yeah.
No. I haven't started any of the things though yet. Like we need to do all the sort of just housekeeping things now that we're married that we haven't done. So nothing's really changed yet. Though I did say married instead of single when I went to the doctor's office. So that was different.
Yeah, I know, right? Filling out forms saying you're married, that's always a different, you're like, look at that.
It really is.
And then you'll just now, this is so silly, but I felt like after I got married, I called everybody somebody's husband or somebody's wife. Like afterwards, I was like, oh yeah, like their husband or wife, even if they weren't married. Because in my head, it was like, oh well, I'm married, so like they're married too now.
I made the mistake. My brother and his girlfriend are about to move in together, and I was like, made some joke where I was just like, get ready for married life, and they both were like, whoa, slow down.
I did not appreciate that.
Which was not where I was trying to go.
That's funny.
How about you? You've been gone a lot, doing some fun things.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of traveling. I went to Hawaii, and then I went to the Big Island. It was after the fires, like a couple weeks after the fire, so it was pretty clear, pretty good. Nice time. And then I was in Massachusetts, which is where I'm from, for quite a while. I was in Santa Barbara last weekend. That was lovely too. So we've been doing so much travel, and it's been so busy, but really excited to be here. And I just remembered we're in a new location also.
Oh yeah. Welcome to our new filming spot.
So this is my house. This is obviously my dining room table. The sun in the afternoons when it's winter is a little bit better here, I'd say. It's not as small, so we might be here. So that's where we're at. So what are you wearing?
All right, this is my newest FO. This came off the blocking mat yesterday. I finally knit the love note that I have been talking about since last October.
As long as I've known you.
pretty much. So I got this yarn at Woolen Folk in 2021. So not this year's Woolen Folk. We were not there for that. No. But it is from Luminous Brooklyn, which is the yarn brand by the woman who owns Argyle Yarn Shop in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I mean, it's luminous. This yarn glows.
Luminous. Yeah, it really is.
It's so cool. It's like blue and black kind of like weaving together to make this really fun like bright navy or like dark royal blue. I will say when I picked a dark yarn for the Love Note, I didn't think about how you'd lose some of the lace detailing in the dark. Yeah. So I feel like you still get a really cool yoke, but you don't quite see the triangles that form up close. Yeah. But I'm really happy with it. This project was more of a journey than I anticipated. So I swatched. I did a whole gauge swatch. I even brought it as proof. I did it in the round, cut all my ends, did it on 2 different sizes. That's why there's this like line right here in the middle. Yeah. Picked my size according to the gauge that fit. Knit the yoke. It was very, very quick. Added the neckline, split for the sleeves. And it was about this big. So I blocked it, just the yoke, and like stretched it out to see what would happen. And after blocking, the gauge was so off that it ended up being 39 inches around. I have a 40-inch bust. I did not want negative E's. Right, yeah. I was aiming for 44 inches. So I put it away for a little bit. And then a couple weeks later, I frogged it. And I decided to go up both a pattern size and a needle size. So I'd originally cast on for the 44-inch chest, but I didn't want to swatch again, and I was like, my gauge was so small the first time that I went up needle size and a pattern size to instead do the 48-inch, which it actually blocked out to exactly 48 inches, which works though because it's so light and drapey. Yeah. And I did drastically waist shape still, if you can see the lines, down to the 44. So it actually, like, in terms of that, I really, really like the amount of like
when you stand, you can see how luminous it is. Too.
There right when you hit the sun. Other modifications, I added short rows. There are no short rows in the back on this, but I did add them to sort of bring the neck forward a little bit. And then I did not do it has high-low shaping in the back, so that the back is longer than the front. I didn't do that. Oh, okay. It kind of sits like that on its own. Yeah. And that's just not a look I like on myself. Yeah. Got a dog.
Okay, got a dog. Willow, come here. Come on, lay down. Willow, come on. This way. Come over. Come here. Lay down. Bed. Willow, bed. Bed. Okay, well, just ignore her.
The end result, honestly, so I realized I cast this on October 9th or 10th. Yeah. And that was the first version. So even with like knitting up to the split, putting it away for 2 weeks, and then recasting it on, the entire thing was still like a month. So really quick. It was on huge needles. It's really, really short. I'm short and it's cropped, so we put this together.
I like the length a lot.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
I hedged and I knit it 2 inches too short, hoping it would grow that, and it did. Nice. So it was definitely a little short before, but now it's really nice. Same with the arms. They were like, I knit them to about here, and then I blocked it to right here. So, it was a bit of a block gauge swatch struggle, I will say. I've always been a diligent swatcher. I think that I've decided for the time being I'm no longer a swatcher. So
welcome to the dark side.
With my newest project, I didn't swatch. Talk about that at Wix, but it hasn't done me great in the past, so I've just decided I'll swatch as I go. And
that's exactly right. Swatch as you go.
How about you? What are you wearing? As I just stroke your arm a little bit.
I am wearing the Lento by Joanna Hitala. It's a pretty popular pattern, so I'd be kind of shocked if you haven't heard of it. It is fingering and mohair held, and you knit it on size 10. So it's like really drapey. It's supposed to be 3/4 length. I wanted like kind of like these bell sleeves, so I didn't really do any decreases, and then decreased rapidly to have some cuffs. So I wanted kind of like drapey. I am holding Ido mohair. I think it's a cinnamon colorway with Explorer Knits sequoia. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, sequoia. And it just like muted it a little bit, so there's still lots of different colors, but they're all kind of a little bit more cohesive.
You look like a tree, but like in the best way.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like such a goddess in this sweater.
As you should.
It's just like, the drapiness. Like, I absolutely feel like I'll probably knit another one of these at some point, and like maybe I'll do like slightly different. Like, I don't know what I'll do, but it's such a nice. I love it.
That's about the same gauge as this, right? Like it's fingering and mohair held on US. I did it on 10s, like 6
and I did it
mohair.
on 10.5.
That
I
makes
did
sense.
go up half.
And our gauge looks very similar, actually. As we just compare our arms, you know, what you do,
Knitter
right?
things.
It looks amazing. The bell sleeves are really nice.
I know,
touch.
I love them. And I feel like everything I see is like 70s stuff in all the magazines. If it's not 70s, it's aughts. But yeah, so I feel very in style when I wear it.
I mean, it's really perfect on you. Like, I feel like it's got, like, elevated sweatshirt to it, too.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's so soft. The Idaho mohair is, like, so luxurious.
It's a different makeup than most, right?
I think so.
60 mohair, 40 silk. Whereas, like, this is 72 mohair, 28 silk.
Yeah.
So I feel like yours is silky.
Very soft. Yeah.
Whereas this is quite lovely, too, but it's definitely a bit, like, thicker, I would say.
Yeah. Totally. Sweet. Okay, we have so many FOs.
Yes, we really do. Go us.
Go us. Well, it has been
2 months.
2 months.
3 months.
I'll go first.
Do it.
Just because I'm still talking. I knit 3 muscle burrow hats. We'll go through all of them. This is the only one for me. So this is the also Explorer Knits Freezy Pop. This was in the neon. I do love it. I love this hat a lot.
Virginia doesn't want to admit it, but she's slowly becoming more and more attracted to neon knits.
Yeah.
Proof.
Pop a color, I feel like in the winter is a nice thing.
I agree.
This was for my husband. I picked up this yarn at Flock. It's Lamb and Kid. I don't remember. Electric Blue is probably the name of the color. And he wanted some stripes, so it's just some leftover gray I had. He didn't want a brim or anything. I don't know if he loves it because it's a little bit bigger than I think he wanted, but oh well.
Are both sides striped, or can he wear it the other way too?
No, the other side is not striped.
That's fun. I mean, that's very versatile.
Yeah.
Look at this reversible hat.
Sorry, the pattern is by Usual Latique, if you have not heard of it. And then this is for my friend. She wanted a bigger brim, so here it is. And this was some scrap yarn I had, and I actually have no idea what it is. And I think I threw out all the labels. It's 80% superwash, 20% alpaca. Thank you.
I was gonna say it feels softer than just merino.
So that's that one. I knit enough that I do not need any more muscle burrows for the foreseeable future.
She says that. I promise you, before the end of 2024, she'll have cast on another one. Like, these aren't even the first 3 she's knitted. These are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe. Yeah?
3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's right. Yes, that's right. I've knit 5 muscle burrow hats.
I've knit 1. You've all seen it if you've been watching our podcast. I love it. I really do. I don't think I will ever knit another one.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of how I feel about this now. I'm like, I think I'm good. This one, just about like the length. I mean, oh my god,
you don't even have the electric color to keep you.
That took me a long time.
That's about the size mine is.
Yeah,
mine is really big brim as well.
So,
have you gifted it yet? Or,
no,
okay.
I haven't told her it's done yet. I was gonna text. It literally just finished drying this morning.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't told her. I have it ready for her yet. So yeah, that's my muscle burrow. I think I'll be taking a break from muscle burrows and doing other hat patterns for the foreseeable future. Let's see. Famous last words.
If you've been following along, you'll know I had 2 different knitting projects I was working on for the wedding. One I decided to do about 6 months before the wedding and kept it a secret from everyone except our podcast followers and a couple other friends. So no one.
You were on the in.
No one who came to the wedding knew about these. But with the help of Virginia and a couple other friends, guest knitting a few, I knit little heart ornaments for every single guest that doubled as their wedding seat assignments. So it was a journey. Yeah. By the last, I'd say, 2 months, I was doing nothing but knitting these hearts around the clock.
Check out her Instagram to see all of them lined up. They were beautiful. They were stunning. They were so pretty.
I actually didn't get to even see what they looked like set up until the photos because I never saw like everything. But it was fun. I'm really glad I did it. Thank you for your help.
Oh yeah, I only knit
like three or four.
Or maybe I knit three. I knit three.
Okay. I knit them in this was dark ochre by Knitting for Olive. And then I did burgundy ones, kind of like dark olive ones, and then I had some tan Barocco. So fall colors, very moody. We got these tiny cute little like clothespins to hang them. And so yeah, hopefully every wedding guest has a little keepsake now.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be putting it on my tree this year.
That's perfect. I have one extra for a guest who didn't end up coming, so I'm gonna make myself one as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
Also have a little tree ornament.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll talk about my other wedding knit quickly. So the other thing that was several years in the making, but I didn't actually find the yarn until about 2 months before the wedding, was my wedding shawl. I think I bought this pattern like the day we got engaged and then spent like 2 years trying to find yarn. So this is the Ziggy.
So pretty.
By Joji Locatelli.
Yeah.
I really struggled with what I wanted the yarn to be. I didn't know if I wanted it to be heavily variegated or heavily speckled. What I wanted, really just couldn't find what I was looking for. Luckily at Flock we found this color. So it's by Serial Knitters, and it's an 80-20 superwash nylon sock yarn, and it's called White Birch, and it's just got little black and brown speckles. So, excuse me.
I'm going to call it Colorado Aspen as the color.
Well, that's kind of what I liked it, because I feel like the bark reminds me of aspen trees as well. So this was fun. This is a 2-skein project. It took me probably about 6 weeks to knit. It was not fast. Like, it's a lot. It was a lot of knitting. It was so worth it. Also, on Instagram, I have some photos of me wearing it at the wedding. Came out really well. It was
like a goddess.
It was freezing that night, so I'm actually really glad I had this for like the toasts and first dances and things.
Totally.
I'm not really a shawl person, but I've been wearing this as just like a regular like winter scarf.
Hey, baby, come on, Willow. Go to bed. Go to bed.
We always get puppy candy.
I know, right?
So yeah, I've been wearing this because I figure, now that I've had my wedding, I don't want to let it just sit in a box.
No, right, absolutely. That's the point. Is that you have this
scarf.
like keepsake.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And it's made me realize that I want more shawls in my wardrobe.
Oh my gosh.
Not really to wear as shawls, but because I want more knitted scarf type objects without actually knitting scarves. Yeah. So yeah, it was finished in time. I had about 2 weeks to spare. I did run out of yarn, so I bound off in a pinkish white that I had that was sort of similar enough. I think I just didn't swatch, and I think my gauge was bigger than the pattern. But I don't think it was the pattern's fault. I think I just didn't swatch.
Yeah. And you're always a looser knitter, so
I am. Sense. Yeah. Though that seems to have changed with both this and my other recent knits. Okay, those are my 2 wedding knits finished and done.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. Okay, so next, I will talk about my May drop, which is actually in the same yarn. We both bought this yarn at Flock. This is the May drop by Bloom and Create, also known as Emma. So this is a really fun short sleeve top with some color work on the bottom. It's knit bottom up. And I had so much fun. Like, this just flew. It was wonderful to go through the color work and then be like, okay, and then you just knit for a few more inches and then you're on the top half.
The colors you chose, it really fits with the 70s inspired look that you've been so
Oh my god,
into.
it kind of does.
Yeah.
So there's the color work. This is really lovely. I finished it in the end of August. So I only had a little bit of time I wore it before it started to cool down. But I'm excited to wear it this spring. I think it'll be a really cute spring top to wear.
Yeah.
And I love that I did go up a needle size for the color work, but I like that it still has that kind of like natural waist shaping because I was a little bit tighter for the color work.
So pretty.
I love it. It's so nice. It's so great.
Did you make any modifications or did you knit it
Nope.
to pattern?
It's pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I like that. It's really pretty. The variegated color work is really fun.
I know. I really like it. It's really fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweaters. Should we talk about our matching knit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as usual, Virginia was inspired by me.
I'll take it for sure.
I feel like you were actually more inspired when you saw all of our friends' ones.
Yeah, it wasn't Amanda's.
It wasn't me. I have told you how terrible this was.
Right. Amanda only complained about this, and after knitting it, I can genuinely say I do not know what she was complaining about for 10 months.
I cast on my Azor. Again, if you've been watching, you'll have seen this a million times. January 1st, 2023. I cast off my Azor at the end of September. 9 months, including a frog of most of the body to increase my waist shaping.
I love
Virginia cast hers on sometime around Labor Day and cast it off maybe 2 weeks later. She finished it before I did.
Yeah, I did. I did.
This is why different knitters like different projects, right? Like certain things
right. Well, and this yarn was fun to knit with.
Yeah.
And I was able to learn from Amanda's struggles. So I didn't have those struggles. So it worked out.
I had two issues with this. One, I probably should have just cast on one size smaller. Like, I think I just would have been a little bit happier if I had a little less positive ease.
Yeah.
But as a result, after I split for the sleeves, I did waist shaping, but I did very minimal. It was every 2 inches. And it was just massive on me. Yeah. So I had to frog back to here, and then I started drastically decreasing, which as you can see, it still doesn't even look that tapered. No. And I think I decreased about 40 stitches.
Wow.
Every 3 to 4 rows. Really see it. Wow. So that was part one. Part two is it's really woolly fingering weight wool.
Right.
So it's very nice. I love how it feels, but it was really sticky to work with and just didn't slide. And when you have 320 stitches per round with sticky wool, it just didn't grow. So I put this on hold for a while. I frogged it back up to here. It was 6 inches that I frogged. I will say I love how it fits. I really like wearing it. It's super different than anything I have in my wardrobe. Yeah. Worth it? Sure. Would I knit it again? No.
Right. And I won't knit it again either, just because I don't need another color sweater like that. But I guess I would if I was. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna gift knit it because I wouldn't, but I guess I could see a situation where maybe that would happen.
Yeah.
But
I wonder too, because you use sport weight wool and bigger needles, right?
Okay. So what I did is this is Can you tell me the yarn?
Opus.
Thank you. Which is 70% merino, 30% alpaca. It is so soft and luxurious, and it is technically a sport weight. So I did go down a needle size, I went down a size and up a needle size. So
down a pattern size?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did my color work on US 6s and my body on US 5s. So it flew so much faster.
Whereas I did mine on US 2s and 3s.
Right. So that's the difference. I also, there's some raglan increases after the color work. And I did the raglan increases for the front and both of the sleeves, but not the back side. So I didn't increase on the back, because Amanda had so many issues with it kind of looking too tenty. And my front is got more inches than my back anyway. So yeah, and I'm really happy I did that.
I am surprised more designers don't
do that.
Yeah, that seems like such a smart way to account for the extra we've got going on.
Well, isn't that what the compound raglan's all about?
Oh, is that what that has to do with it? Maybe.
I have no idea. I just made that up.
My one attempt with a compound raglan ended in my really crooked raglan.
Right,
so
yeah, we don't know. On a compound raglan, I've never knit a compound raglan, so I do not know.
For those of you who don't know, because I only learned what it was a few months ago, compound raglan is, instead of having the raglan that goes straight down each side, it makes more of a hook in line with your shoulder.
Because you do it at different rates.
Yeah, so you increase it at one rate and then you speed it up and then you slow it down.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to like hug the shape of your actual body more. Again, I can't tell if it did or it didn't because my one was crooked.
The only other mod I did is I added a little contrast. So I did the ribbing, I knit around in the contrast color, and then I bound off.
Which looks really cute. I love that mint color with that purple. It looks like a mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I know. It's kind of like retro 90s. Like I really love it.
It's very fun. You're all about the decades today.
I know, right?
Where's your shoulder pads?
I know. No 80s knits here yet.
We'll get you there.
I'll get there. Don't you worry.
Okay, I have one more sweater FO.
Perfect. That's all my FOs.
So I cast this on when I finished my wedding shawl and my hearts as my congrats. You did it. You're on to knitting fun things sweater. And I've been really, really wanting a neutral cardigan to wear with just like everything. So I went away from my usual bright colors. And a year ago, I got this sweater's quantity of Murphy's brown bread from Explorer Knits.
Did you get that at the pop-up?
No, I actually got this at my sister knits with you last September. Yeah. So I've wanted to make a cardigan with it for, again, a year, but, you know, I tend to get yarn, and then about a year later, I make the thing I was intending. So I went with the Cleo cardigan by Rachel Kurihara. It's DK weight. It says on the Explorer Knits Rocky's DK. That's like a slightly thinner DK than most, I'd say. The pattern calls for 2 strands of mohair held together, but I just did 1 strand of DK. So it's a bit heavier than I think it would have been, but it's really cute. I really like it. It's a little bit like oversized, but not too much. It had really intense bell sleeves, and I didn't want them to be that big, so I decreased about 20 stitches, but left like still quite a bit of bell. Excuse me. My favorite detail about this though, and why I chose this pattern, is it has these fun little purl bump and then lateral braid rounds on both the body and the sleeves. And I just loved that it made it like a little more interesting than just like a traditional stockinette. I really love this sweater.
You knit it so fast.
Yeah. You know, it took me about, again, I cast it on like mid-September. And I cast it off about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it was like a 5-6 week sweater.
Yeah.
Which
for a
actually,
cardigan? Like a fingering cardigan? Dang.
DK. But,
it's DK, but
still. No, I'm really happy with it. I have these really fun metal buttons from Shop Mercery.
Yeah, those buttons are so cute.
It's really fun. It is. It's been the like throw on thing I've been looking for. I haven't actually taken any FO photos in it yet, but that's deceptive because I wear it like multiple times every week.
Isn't that always how it is?
Yeah. So I really like this. I'll show you guys one up close once more because the variegation is so fun and subtle.
Yeah, it is.
It's like from far away it just looks beige, and then up close it's got like purple and orange and brown, and yeah, super, super fun. So yeah, I'm pleased with this one.
Yeah.
The raglan was a lot. Raglan flat is a rough one, but once I got past that, the body with the texture was so much fun. So yeah, man, we should do podcasts far out more often. It really makes it seem like we're very
productive. Okay, should I start talking about which of my failed whips should I start talking about?
So the theme of this episode could either be what have we been knitting while we've been away, or it could be what has Virginia been working on that something has happened where she's put it on hold.
all 3 of my projects I have an issue with, so I'm currently working on Amanda's hat. That's how bad it is.
I don't mind.
Okay, I'll talk about the biggest failure first.
I like that.
And then we'll just go more and more minor.
Okay.
Okay, so this is...
Be prepared.
This is so sad. So this is the Trove sweater, and I saw it, and I literally, it was like one of those things where I saw it, and I was like, I have yarn to make this. I am going to make this right away.
You did, too. You just texted it to me, and then the next time I was like,
cast it on. So I've had this, like, really sad brown sweater quantity for a long time and been like, what the heck am I gonna do with this? So when I saw the trove, I was like, oh, I can hold it with these like amazing colors, and it's like so woolly that I was like, oh, this is so lovely. Like I'm so excited because I hadn't worked on something really woolly in a while. So I knit it has the back panel, and then you join and start the front. So I knit the entire back panel, which is 7 inches. And I went to go join the front, and I started looking at the pattern, and I realized I did the whole back panel wrong.
It's so sad.
Which is the saddest.
I'm still sad for you.
So this is what I've got, and I'll get a photo and show a photo of what it's supposed to look like. You are not supposed to have stripes like this. You're supposed to have some slip stitches coming down, and I do not. So I've decided that I'm going to rip it out. I don't know when I'll get to that, to be perfectly honest. I have a lot of time off over Christmas, so maybe I'll be inspired.
Okay, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if, I know you're going to need this yarn and you are going to have to
But just
reclaim
casting on and starting it, yeah, I know.
and then just take it when you need it. I think it might be a little easier to stomach.
Yeah, it might. We'll see. I'm not convinced that I'm going to work on another sweater before Christmas.
What about when we get our boucle in?
Well, maybe I'll work on that.
Okay, because I want to cast that on as soon as we get it. We'll talk about acquisitions soon.
Yeah. All right, so that's my biggest failure. Stay tuned for my next failure.
Ooh, I'm right at the beginning of the round. Let me just put like 2 more stitches on here.
Yeah.
So I'm working on 2 projects. Only 2 right now, actually.
Nice.
Not counting ones that like are long-standing ones that I will get to in our Finish Our Frog episode. So I cast this on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? What?
Look at that. Look how much progress you've made.
So much progress.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the Big Rib Sweater by Jessie May that I've also been talking about since probably like, I don't know, when did it come out? March?
Yeah.
February?
Mm-hmm.
I bought the pattern whenever it came out.
Yeah.
Had the yarn for it for quite some time. I'm just trying to finally get through all these ones I've been talking about for forever.
Yeah.
This is, okay, so I'm using Sunday Fiber Co. Heirloom DK, which is a non-superwash merino in the colorway Minted, which is really fun. It's like a gray-green, more muted than I tend to go, but in that same sort of like artichoke-y sage family that I love.
Yeah, it's a really nice color.
It is. It's really fun. I like how it's sometimes gray, sometimes green.
Yeah.
And then at Rhinebeck in 2021, I got this Bumblebee Acres sweater quantity of Surrey in the color Sweetgrass that I have not known what to do with since I bought it. This was before. I used to buy yarn just because it was pretty. Now I tend to only buy if I have a pattern in mind.
Yeah.
As a result, I get through my new yarn a lot faster. But I've been wanting to use this for forever. It's so soft. It's so pretty. And so when I saw the Big Rib, I immediately texted Elise and was like, oh my God, do you have Minted? I need these together. So this one's kind of like pistachio-y. This one's kind of gray.
Yeah.
I feel like together they
They're
make
making
a really nice kind of seafoam.
Yeah, I agree. It's really nice.
So it's DK held with Surrey. It is
so soft.
Yeah. We were saying, like, these are both soft with mohair. They are not soft compared to this.
It's so soft.
And it's, you know, really bulky. It is flying off my needles. I will say, so I was telling Virginia, I'm about to start modifying it pretty heavily. So wish me luck.
Yeah.
I love this pattern. I love the Big Rib.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pieces I love, but there's just a few things that won't work for my body.
Right.
So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the neckline smaller. So I'm going to pick up less stitches. I'm going to go down 1 extra needle size. So I'm going to do like 3 sizes smaller than the body instead of 2. And then I'm also going to use Sunghi Knits crochet chain pickup. I only did it for the Deer Duomo because it's pretty labor intensive, but it makes a much more like structured neckline. So I'm hoping those 3 things will make it sit kind of more like this instead of down here.
Yeah.
So wish me luck.
Yeah.
I also was telling Virginia, I want this big and oversized. It doesn't look it because it's ribbed. It's going to stretch out to be like pretty large. which is great, but I'm going to make it longer, and I'm going to add longer ribbing, and I'm going to do really long ribbing for the sleeves to do folded cuffs.
Yeah. I feel like that's so in right now.
I have never done a folded cuff sweater before.
I think it's going to look good.
So I'm basically using her pattern, doing everything like to pattern, and just adding a couple tweaks to make it
a little bit more modified.
Yeah. But I love it. It's going so fast. I love my new thing. I think is just like sweaters on 6mm needles.
Right.
I'm never going back to fingering.
Right. Fingering weight are so worth it, but yes.
Yeah.
I had no intention of ever knitting this.
I
But
know.
seeing this, I'm like, maybe I need it.
I feel like this pattern is one that people really like or really don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted like a big ribbed oversized sweater, and I love. Okay, I haven't knitted Jessie May patterns since the Cozy Classic Light, like over a year ago. I love her patterns.
I know. They're really easy.
They're so mindless in the perfect way. Like, she just does everything for you.
I know.
And I never have to think.
Yeah, no, I
Which,
really like her patterns too.
Sometimes you want to think, you know, like you want that. Whereas this is engaging. Like, I'm loving it.
Right, yeah.
But it's
engaging.
so easy and fun. And it's just like, it's been such a joy.
Yeah.
So I actually cast this on. My friend Tashi is hosting a Stitches and Starlight make along, where the only thing is like knitting that brings you joy, which I love.
Yes.
So I cast this on for that.
Yes.
So it has been bringing me a lot of joy. I think I texted you yesterday. I was like, I don't think I've enjoyed a knit this much in so long.
Yeah. And I can't believe you're so far. I didn't realize.
I know. I was excited to show you.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a lot of ends to even. There's ends everywhere.
I know. Oh well.
So this is my sort of gray, sort of green, oversized, ribbed,
Love it.
cozy sweater.
Okay, failure number 2. I messed up the ranunculus. Who messes up the ranunculus? That shows you what a bad headspace I've been in, I guess. I don't even know.
She says this. I bought the ranunculus to make this pattern, looked at it, and thought this is too complicated, and decided I don't want to knit it anytime soon.
So I have this gray single ply. It's like a purpley gray. It's the softest thing. It's 45% merino, 25% alpaca, 15% silk, and 15% yak. I got
it. Animal ever.
Yeah, right. I got it on clearance a while ago, and I've been like, what am I gonna do with it? Because it's literally single ply. Like, it's not gonna hold up very well at all. It's so soft. It's gonna be so pilly. So I was like, oh, I'll hold it double and make a ranunculus. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on to the final lace. I don't know how much you can see it, but I'm on to the final lace. There you go. Final lace repeat, and I messed up how many knitting rounds I have to do between the lace repeats. So you're supposed to knit like X amount of rows, and I didn't. I just started on to the next one, and it's not right. Like, you know, it's just so specific. You know what it's gonna look like. You want the lace, the little bit of space, the next lace pattern, and a little bit of space next, and it's just not that.
Each section is different.
Exactly.
Right?
So I just went right into it. So I have to rip back, and I've just been dreading doing that because I already have to rip out something else. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna rip this
you
out.
have to rip back, what, 3 rounds?
Yeah, nothing even that much.
Do you want me to just do this for you later?
No, I'll do it. It's fine. And like this is the only sweater I'm knitting until Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah, just because of gift knit?
Just because I'm so mad at sweaters. So yeah, I have to rip back. It's fine. I'll do it, and it will take no time at all, and then I'll be back on it, and I'll just be on the stockinette portion of it too, because I'm almost done with the lace. So, well, one day I'll have that as well. And what's annoying is I cast on for like a quick win after the Trove disaster. So that's that.
You've had a lot going on.
Yeah, it's just like I haven't had the mental capacity, and that's clearly shown. So
knitting is supposed to be our, release hobby, and
sometimes
it just
it's not. Hence why I was able to get 3 muscle burrows done. Like that was because I was like, okay, well, I guess let's move on to the muscle burrow because I can't knit anything else. Do you need to talk about this?
Sure, yeah, that's my last whip. So my on-the-go project is a classic ribbed hat in black by Purls Rosé, so it doesn't look like much. It's not. It's just 1 by 1 ribbing until the decreases. as I said, I love my neons, and last year I knit a lot of neon hats, but I just wanted a few more neutrals in my wardrobe. So this is a pretty special skein, though, because it's a natural black, hand-spun yarn. I got it Flock. It's Fiber and Flame, and it's from fleece named Margot and Agnes.
It's a really nice yarn to knit with.
Doesn't it feel good?
It's really nice.
It's hand-spun, but it's so soft.
Yeah.
Like it's not merino soft, but it's like... It's not toothy.
No, it's not.
And it's not itchy.
Yeah.
So it's pretty because it's a natural black.
This is gonna sound bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It's kind of waxy, but like in a nice way where it like kind of, it's still like woolly, but it doesn't. It moves along because it's got a little bit of a waxiness to it.
I definitely think they left a lot of the lanolin in it, which I like.
Yeah.
So this is just like my to-go project.
And mine as well.
And Virginia's. I thought I'd get through it a lot faster, but I've been really enjoying my sweaters, so I haven't been knitting this as much. I also, because this is like a hand-spun yarn from the sheep, from the fleece, or from the sheep of the farm of the woman, it was just cool to like sort of buy a skein that was a whole or you could see the whole process. So I'm excited. Yeah. It'll be nice. I have no, like, when it gets done, you know, Virginia can work on it whenever she wants. But I am excited to just have, like, a simple black ribbed hat that just goes with everything. And
For sure.
Yeah. I'm hoping I won't run out of yarn to make it the length I want. It definitely will not be a several inches of space on top kind of uni, but I think I should have just enough that I think I'll be good. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, wait, the type of sheep it is, because it's different. Fin sheep. Have you ever? I've never.
I've not heard that.
But I can say I like it.
Yeah. It's
so
nice.
yeah. That is it for me.
Sweet. I have only one more whip.
Here you go.
Thank you. So I am knitting the Tara shawl by Goodwin Johnson. It's in her book, all about Shetland. It's the pom pom book.
Shetland Trader.
Shetland Trader. Thank you.
No problem.
And I've been wanting to knit this for a while, so I'm gift knitting this for my mom for Christmas. This is the yarn. My mom is a blue lady, so hence all the blues. I'm really excited about it. I did the cast-on, which was like 400 something stitches. And then I did something and I messed up the first round in. I don't know what I did. Anyway. It's actually, I'm not super concerned about it because I think I'll just cut and start from the other side because why not? Yeah. So I just have to do that. But it was also, I didn't want to work on it right now because I have to start a lace and I haven't started it yet. So, you know, it's not a great thing to talk and work on.
Not quite.
But yeah, I'm really excited about it. We purchased quite a bit from the pom pom sale. So I got that book and I also got the Moon and Turtle book, and then we bought the 2 latest pom-poms. So when we get those in stock, we'll share for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, I guess. So when Virginia got the knitting for Olive, we did another of our like annual pilgrimages to My Sister Knits, which is our all-time favorite yarn store ever in the world. I've never seen a better one. They have like every possible yarn you could ever want. It's a magical space.
Yeah, it's lovely.
The people who work there are so kind. Yeah. So we're going to knit the Colette by Sorry.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So
we bought very different yarns.
Very different. I got Sugar Plum Circus organic non-superwash fingering with Virginia sold me on trying the Aito Sensei mohair silk.
I mean, it's such a lovely mohair.
So it's like the color of Barney. But I'm really excited for
like
this
in a good
combo.
way.
Yes. So clearly I've been on like a mohair kick recently. But I really like this. Yeah. I'm super excited. I will say, we were both like, oh, this isn't a color you have at all. I have 4 sweaters in roughly this color.
But it's a good color. Will be a totally different sweater.
Yes.
So it's fine.
And it's a different shade. Yeah. Like my others are darker or lighter.
They're more purpley, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's more mulled wine. Or like, I don't know.
Like
hey. Bed. She doesn't listen to me at all.
And you got
and I got Woolberry Fiber Co. They're berry natural. It's DK, so I won't be holding it with mohair. It's very soft, and it's in the color Pasture. Yeah, it's like a greasy. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
It's really pretty color.
I can't wait.
We were saying this is bluer, but they're very similar.
They're similar.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, it is a good color.
Yeah, so we'll cast that on in a few months or so, and we'll keep you updated.
Yes. That's going to be my next sweater cast on.
No, it's not. Okay, so we'll tell you about our other yarn acquisition that we ordered back in September, and it hasn't shipped yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So this is going to be our next sweater cast on, assuming it arrives before January.
Christmas.
So I really want to wear it for Christmas, so I'm hoping it arrives very soon. Because
I think she's dyeing it now.
Yeah. So Allie of Explorer Knits, as you know, we are fangirls.
Yes, absolutely.
Did her Spain collection in the fall, and Virginia and I both fell in love separately with the pattern and the yarn.
Yes.
So the olive grove color is just the most like stunning shade of green ever to exist ever. And Samantha Guerin, right at the same time, dropped her superlative sweater, which is a boucle sweater that looks like a sweatshirt that's all boucle and then has regular DK cuffs and hem.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And it has some stripes on the bottom half of the sweater too.
I hate boucle. You probably heard me talk about how much I hate boucle. Every time I knit with boucle, I regret it so much. The end product is so worth it that once in a while a pattern is amazing enough that I do it anyways.
We were just looking at, I just got the Free People Winter catalog, and they have this really cute boucle hat with like little ear flaps. And I'm like, I need to find a pattern and knit that.
Oh my gosh.
But we'll see how much. I've never knit with boucle, so I don't know.
The worst. I say that. This will be like my 4th project with it.
Yeah.
I think it'll only be the 2nd I've ever finished because 2 of my 3 that I've done are still lips. Because I hate boucle.
Yeah.
But Allie's colors are so incredible, and this sweater is so incredible.
Yeah.
And now that I don't swatch, I'm just like, it's going to be great. So I fell in love with a version of a Testers that did not have stripes. So I think I'm going to do mine just solidly olive green.
And you've done a lot of stripes this summer,
yeah.
so. And I am going to do the stripes. So, We'll be twinning, but with slight variations.
Yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah.
So...
But we've never knit a sweater in the same color.
No.
That's a new one.
Same yarn, same color.
That's a new one.
And we'll cast it on together, which I don't think, we knit the same thing a lot, but we never actually cast on at the same time.
No.
Like
we
one of us
is inspired by the other, I would say.
So this will be our first intentional twin cast on where we will just be blonde twins in green. So it's gonna be so worth it. We also have knit enough Samantha Guerin patterns and knit with Allie's yarn enough that I know it's gonna be an amazing sweater.
Right, yeah.
So
I'm super excited about it. Yeah. So Allie and your team, if you're watching, we can't wait.
We can't wait.
Let us know when the yarn is ready.
All right. Cool. Last thing I was gonna say, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
I actually think I texted you about this the other day too, but I wanted to talk about bright red.
Oh yeah.
So,
yes. Let's talk about bright red. It is having a moment.
Right? In the yarn world, also in not the yarn world, I guess. I don't know if the yarn world follows other fashion trends or vice versa. Probably both. I think
fashion is slightly inspired by all the knitwear that has happened.
Totally.
Yeah.
Bright red knits, bright red everything. Every single
bright red accessories, especially.
Every single dyer recently has been coming up with these insanely gorgeous, bright orange red yarns.
I still regret not buying Pike's Place.
Yes.
I really wish I had bought a skein of that, which was Explorer Knits one.
So
this is all about Explorer Knits.
I know, it always is. Our friend Emma designed a shawl with that yarn called the Pike's Place shawl. Yeah. Me speaking of wanting to wear shawls in my life, Woolberry just had her Reds rewind. Yeah. And she brought back flannel, which is her very similar, I think slightly brighter.
I think it's slightly brighter.
Really beautiful, Christmassy, fun red. And so I bought that to make a Pike's Place shawl because I desperately want a red scarf in my life now.
Yeah. Well, and Coast to Coast had a Red Sophie. It was a coast to coast, right? And that was so stunning. I was like,
yeah, I have a red hat, but it's like a bluer red. Whereas I just want like that orangey, that all of these like they're all coming up. Every single dyer's version has been so good. And I was like in a fast fashion store the other day where everything was that color.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So anyways, I think it's this year's neon pink.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, you heard it here
This
first.
year's neon pink.
Watch here for our latest hot takes on fashion. The 70s are back and orange red is in.
Do those go together? Maybe not, but I like both.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you all for sticking around, checking it out. We'll probably record another episode before Christmas.
We'll try. We're gonna really go back to our once a month.
Yeah. It was just a crazy time for both of us.
So next time we talk to you, hopefully we'll have our green yarn in hand.
Yes.
But if not, we will hopefully have some finished sweaters, right, Virginia?
Right.
A finished shawl, perhaps.
All right. Well, thank you.